singles and couples seminar. I'd like to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. It's my prayer that this period will be a season of joy and celebration for your family in the name of Jesus. I'd like to let you know that today will be the last session for this year on this relationship seminar. I'd like to also invite you for crossover service at the RCCG, our Redeemer's House. The venue is at Glees Event Center at Ramiolowude Crescent opposite Banish Beach Hotel by 10 o'clock on the 31st of this month. So try to be there and the Lord will bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Tonight, I'd like to welcome you specially to the continuation of our series on how to build healthy marital relationship. How do you build a very healthy marriage relationship? How do you make your marriage very strong? Like we said last week, somebody built his house on the rock, the other one built it on the sand. How do you build your house so that it will not collapse? Tonight we'll be looking at the danger of envy, jealousy and envy in a relationship. Jealousy and envy in a relationship. You know, you and I know that there is a good part of jealousy. The Bible called God himself a jealous God. But when jealousy is now moving to over possessiveness, where the other person is not given the breathing space, then it's something else. In the book of Romans chapter 12, verse 2 and 3, he said, "Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." Verse 3, "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God has dealt to every man the measure of faith." So that God said that we should watch our thinking, because jealousy and envy is a thing of the heart. Jealousy and envy is something that is rooted in the heart, that if it's not dealt with, it will create problem for a relationship. You and I know that jealousy has its root in fear. When a man is afraid of losing something, maybe praise, maybe a person, something is an object of subject of affection that this fellow does not want to lose. So this fellow now become over possessive over this object of affection. In jealousy, there are three people involved: the jealous person, the rival, and the object of affection itself. The object of affection itself. So in this place, we need to look at jealousy and envy critically. Now, jealousy is like somebody trying to possess what you already have. It's already yours and you're still trying to possess it. Why? Envy is excessive desire to have something that other person have. Jealousy is trying to have what is already yours. Envy is an excessive desire to have what is not yours, what somebody else has. And these are the things that is killing marriage. If it's not control, you develop into malice, contempt, and can lead to destruction of others. So we need to watch in our lives the danger of jealousy and envy. It can kill the bedrock of relationship. There's a level of jealousy, like I've said. You can be jealous over your spouse. That means you love your spouse and you don't want to lose your spouse to anything and anyone. But being over possessive is not of God. Giving your spouse a closing mark without letting you have a breathing space, trying to know everything and anything, every movement of your spouse without giving them a breathing space is not love. This person needs deliverance. You may be obsessed without you knowing. So we need to look at this area. What are the things that causes jealousy? Because I've seen jealousy working in a very wrong way and spoiling relationship. I've seen women try to police their husband here and there out of jealousy because there's no trust. And don't forget, jealousy is rooted in fear. And I've seen women too trying to be jealous over their spouse. When they see their spouse the husband taking care of his mother. There are some ladies that wish that their husband will not have a mother before they get married to him. I'm saying to every woman here, don't ever wish that your husband that you're going to marry will not have a mother. Because if you pray that your husband will be motherless before you marry him, you are praying that by the time your son is getting married, then your son will be motherless. Because whatever goes round, comes round. Whatever you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. Never wish that your husband does not have a mother. Or never wish your mother-in-law dead. Because whatever you sow, you will reap. If you see your husband showing his mother love, and you are feeling jealous, you need to put it under control and be safe in the hand of God. You see, you've got to learn wisdom that every man is closer to his mother than his father. So, if you are coming in now, you need wisdom to be able to know another aspect of the man. I remember my wife noticed that I used to be very close to my mother. What my wife simply did was to become closer to my mother than myself. And that solved the problem. So ladies, there is a way out in all this. The same way I've seen men trying to monitor their wives' every movement. Can you imagine a man putting trackers in the vehicle and putting application on the phone to monitor the wife's movement? All this thing will kill your marriage. Because the backbone of marriage is trust. If there's no trust in your marriage is dead and waiting for burial. I'd like to show you some of the things that causes jealousy and envy in marriage. Number one is that when you are not satisfied with what God is doing in your life, when you are not satisfied and you are not appreciating God for how far He has led you. When you are not appreciating your spouse being a gift, and you are seeing your spouse as a possession and not a relationship, you're going to have a problem. Your wife or your husband is not your property. Your wife or your husband is heritage of the Lord for which you are in a relationship with. So don't ever see your wife as your property. Because if you see her as your property, you want to control everything and you will not be satisfied. And number two, you need to know about this dissatisfaction that nobody can meet all your needs. If you are not satisfied with somebody and you are thinking that this person is not making you happy, you're going to register for frustration. Let God be your major satisfaction. Let man not be your satisfaction. So you have to watch that area of dissatisfaction concerning your relationship. Handle dissatisfaction with wisdom. Number two, that causes jealousy and envy is comparison to others. When you begin to look at, do you know that some people are actually jealous of their wives? A woman that you are the one that paid the dowry, and you are feeling that maybe your wife is more popular than you. One of the things you need to understand in a relationship is that you need to understand temperamental differences. If your wife is outgoing, lively, making friends, and you are jealous that people love your wife more than you, then he will show himself friendly. He who is friendly will always have many friends. Show yourself friendly too. You don't need to be jealous of your spouse. So they that compare themselves with themselves, they are not wise. So you've got to know that you need to condition your mind that you don't need to compare yourself with anybody. Some people have this problem from the earliest stage of their life. They started comparing, maybe their parent cousins, start comparing siblings. And every parent should be careful of this. Never ever compare your children, because each of them have different temperament, different grace, different talent. So you don't need to compare. Somebody can be good in education, another one can be good in athletics, another one. So know where each of them is good, and don't begin to compare. Say, see your brother is an A student, you are a C student. Listen, go and check the world very well. Go and check it very well. The people that are ruling the world, many of them are not A students too. In fact, A students work for C students. So please don't compare. And the Lord will help us in Jesus. Number three is pride. Pride always makes somebody to fall an idea that you feel that you deserve more than what you are getting from your spouse. It's a sign of pride. When you feel that you're supposed to be getting more, that you're supposed to do more than he or she is doing. Don't be proud in anything God has done for you. That because you are the one giving your wife all the money does not mean that she's your slave. And then you now begin to become jealous of her that she's not honoring you, she's not celebrating you the way she's supposed to. You don't need to do all those things. You must let Christ fill your heart and let humility rule your heart. Number 4 thing that causes jealousy and envy is what I call low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. There's something about complex that everybody need to watch. You must be sure of who you are. Don't let other people's potential and gift make you to feel as if you are nothing. Because we are not the same. Don't see yourself being belittled. He said, let no man, as Bible said that, let no one of you think himself more highly than he's supposed to think. Also, let none of us think himself lesser than he's supposed to think. I don't know whether you are getting that. As you are not supposed to think more highly than you're supposed to think, also don't think yourself less. Because some people are so less that they now feel insecure. Low self-esteem is going to kill relationship. Because people that are suffering from low self-esteem, they are always seeking for significance. They are seeking for relevance. They want everyone to notice them. When they wear a clothes, they want everyone to appreciate them. You know, they want to be noticed everywhere they go to. You see, you just go register for frustration when you continue that way. Then, number 5 that makes you not to, that kill your marriage through jealousy, or thing that causes jealousy, is that when you celebrate what I call fame more than character. When you celebrate how you appear before people, how people see you more than character. Listen to me. Reputation is the way people see you. Character is who you really are. Don't build reputation and deprive character. Many people that are having this problem are actually people that feel that the way people see them matters. Friends, the way people see you does not really matter. Because if you dress one kind to impress people, by tomorrow nobody remember the kind of clothes you wear. Sister, stop living that kind of life, trying to win approval of people, trying to let people appreciate and notice you. You don't need all those things. Build your character. Be like that man that built his house or her house on the rock, that when the storm came, the storm couldn't pull it down. The people that build only on fame and reputation, you know what they do? They just build on the sand. By the time they collapse, it is always their collapse. So be careful. Now, number 16 I noticed about people that are always so jealous, the causes is that when you attach relevance to things, when you love things and use people. This is a problem. Jealous people love to use, jealous and envious people, they love to use people and love things. In the kingdom of God, we love people and we use things. Many people are just using their husband to achieve their own personal gain. When that one is no longer involved, then they begin to fight back. You must not be such a person. Then, lack of self-worth. I want to say something here. Every child of God must know that our self-worth is not derived by what we have, who we know, clothes we wear, where we have traveled to, where we stay, and people we know. Self-worth and net worth are not the same. You must make sure that your self-worth is not built on your net worth. Your bank account shouldn't determine how happy you are. The latest clothes that you are wearing shouldn't determine how good you feel. Because some people only feel good when they buy new cars, when they ride new cars, when they have new people in their lives, when they meet people. If you see some people meeting celebrity, they start getting excited. What is a celebrity? Only Jesus is a celebrity. Don't let anybody deceive you. Most of the people you call celebrity, they don't even know God. Many of them don't even have character. So don't build your self-worth upon people you know, upon area you stay. Well, you have some people, where do you stay? They say, I stay where the rich people stay. It's a lie. Everywhere where people are, that's where God is. So you don't need to begin to feel as if you are better than the other person because of location. You are not better than anybody because of the academics. Don't attach your importance to academics. Don't attach it to beauty. Don't attach to the kind of clothes you are wearing. Don't attach to the places you have traveled to. Don't attach to people that you know. Because if you do this, you will begin to feel insecure and you'll be suffering from jealousy and everything. Because by the time you meet somebody that has been to where you have not been to, that has met people that you have not met, they make you to look as if you are not important. So that's why you need to be careful. Because in life, somebody even said, he said, where you are that you are complaining, that's somebody's prayer point. Where you say, hey, things are not working for me, somebody just prayed to be like you. So please, I want to beg you, don't build your self-worth upon what you have, who you know, or where you are being. Build your self-worth upon the word of God, and the Lord will bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Now, how does this thing work? How does jealousy and envy work? You see, when you see the manifestation of jealousy, you see it, number one, in a man that is over possessive. You want to be everywhere around the spouse. You want to know everything about the spouse. You want to monitor the spouse. You want to do everything to make sure that the spouse is loyal. You know, he does not give the spouse breathing space. Number two is the resentment towards others. People that are envious have resentment. People that are envious, when they see people that are better than them, you know, when they see people that have what they don't have, they resent them. They wish them evil. If you notice that in your heart you wish somebody that is doing better than you evil, you will never be up to them. Never ever wish somebody that is doing better than you, never wish them evil. Never wish your husband evil. You know what I found out? A woman said that she wished her husband is poor. And anytime her husband doesn't have money, the man stay at home. That's bad thought. Some women, they cannot stand their wife having money. They deprive a woman of money. Snap on them so that they can keep them under. That's not a good spirit. Man, never starve your wife of attention, physical attention, emotional attention, and financial attention. Give it to her generously. Never ever try to do that on your wife and deny her what will make her happy, because you want to teach her a lesson. That's a sign of envy and jealousy. If you feel like keeping somebody under control and you resent them when they are making it, when your wife is becoming popular than you, your husband is becoming popular, you see ladies around your wife or your husband, you don't have any self-esteem, you're going to have heart attack. Number two is when the success of other people makes you depressed, when the picture of other people makes you depressed, when the cast of other people makes you depressed, when something that other people are having making you depressed, it shows that you have problem and you need help. Never ever let what you don't have makes you depressed in life. In life, you always see people that have gone ahead of you and people that are behind you. Always appreciate where you are on the way to where you are going to. Enjoy a healthy relationship with your spouse. Have a early self-esteem, early relationship pattern. Build your relationship and the self-esteem upon the word of God, and the Lord will help you in Jesus' mighty name. Number four is competition, spirit of competitive spirit. People that are jealous and envious have competitive spirit. They are trying to outdo each other. I've seen husband and wife competing with each other. I begin to wonder, when the Bible said that they shall no longer be two but one, why will somebody now begin to be competing with his spouse? It is a wrong spirit. Competition in marriage is a sign of low self-esteem and it's a sign of envy and jealousy. Now, how do you know that somebody actually, expression of jealousy in a relationship is when you see somebody that is not grateful to God, is not content. Greedy people are never contented. People that are not contented, they are never grateful. Only grateful people are contented. The Bible says that godliness with contentment is a great gain. So I'd like to challenge you. You may not be happy with where you are, but enjoy where you are on the way to where you are going to. Where you are is not where you are coming from. Where you are is not where you're going to end. So appreciate God for where you are. Thank God for your wife. You see, in life, you will always see other men more better than your husband. You always see more beautiful men than your wife. But your own is your own. Be committed to your own. Be contented with your own. Because look at Solomon. Solomon said it all. He was not satisfied with only one woman. He wanted to explore. By the time he explored 700 wives, he was still not satisfied. You see, he had 300 concubines. Lack of contentment. See how he died. You now see life as vanity of vanity. That's what happened to a man that's not contented in life. In your marriage, let that be contentment. Don't in this Christmas period, I want to challenge you. Life is investment and exciting. Don't try to do beyond your ability. Christmas is nothing. We are just marking the birth of Jesus Christ. We didn't say this is the time Jesus was born. So why are you killing yourself? Christmas without Christ is crisis. So you must be contented with where you are. Enjoy each other. What matters is relationship. Sit down together, meditate together as husband and wife, relax together, enjoy yourself. You may not have money to buy new clothes. New clothes doesn't make new season. So I want to challenge somebody here, be contented, be a happy person, celebrate God, love Jesus, and the Lord will help you in the name of Jesus Christ. Then, people that are jealous are people that like to talk down on others so that they can look good. Jealous and envious people like to talk down on others. They gossip. They gossip. They talk behind. See your friend. You think that's the only one that God has blessed with a new car. You hear me? Just acknowledge you have problem with jealousy and envy. Never gossip with anybody. Let me tell you, anybody you are gossiping about is already ahead of you. A gossip is never in front. A gossip is always at the back. In your marriage, never gossip. Never gossip about your husband. Never gossip about your mother-in-law. Never gossip about your wife. And the Lord will help you in the name of Jesus Christ. Now, how do you handle jealousy? How do you overcome it so that you can have a healthy relationship? Number one, you need to give your life to Jesus Christ. Because without knowing Jesus Christ, it's only Jesus Christ that gives us a sense of security. All of us have this Adamic nature of trying to be known, trying to be appreciated, trying to be celebrated. We call it ego. All of us have it. It is called Adamic nature. It is the nature of Adam. But in Christ Jesus, we have a new nature. The Bible says that in the book of Philippians 3, it says our conversation is in heaven. We now have a new lifestyle in Christ Jesus. So you need Jesus to help you overcome jealousy. Because you can't overcome a jealousy and envy by your own power. So you need to submit to Jesus Christ so that he can help you. Number two, be honest to admit that you have a problem. If somebody is doing better than you, or you feel welcome towards your spouse, admit the fact that you have issues. If you see somebody doing better than you are envious of them, start praying for them. Admit the fact that you are envious of that person. And number three is pray for the person, the object of your envy. The reason why, pray for that fellow. It is difficult to wish somebody evil that you are praying for. Learn to pray for people that you feel that are not treating you right, that are envious of you. Pray for people that you are envious of. Number three is to have a lifestyle of gratitude. Be grateful to your wife. Everything about your wife is what is good for you. Her shape, her size, her complexion is good for you. Your husband, everything is good for you. Never complain about the choice you have made. Be grateful to God. Grateful people don't have high blood pressure. Grateful people don't die before their time. Most of the time, ungrateful people are the ones that develop strange sicknesses. Check your level of gratitude. Because if you are grateful to God for what God has given you, you won't be over possessive about what God has given you. It's already your own. If you are grateful to God for somebody else in your life, you will not be envious of them. Oh, Father, thank you for blessing Brother Lamanya. God taught me this early in life. Before I started having cars, when people buy cars, I don't ask them to wash it for me. In those days, I would say, please, can you take this 1,000, buy fuel into your car. Before it's long, God gave me my own car too. Because whatever you make happen for others, God make happen for you. So please, I want to beg you, develop that attitude of gratitude. Gratitude, then avoid comparison. Life is in phases, men are in sizes. Can't you see people that live in ghetto? They drink bad water, they are healthy. You are drinking Rambolis water, you are still sick. Something is eating you up. So you need to be careful. You may be comparing yourself. Some people, if they don't buy new clothes in a year, they will have hypertension. Some people put their husband under pressure if they don't go on holiday. That's not right. That's not the Holy Spirit working in you. That's spirit of the devil. Don't compare yourself with your friends. Some of you women that begin to have association of gossips when you go to drop your children in school. Watch it. Don't begin to compare. You are not put your husband under pressure so that you can buy a new car because your friend's husband just bought a new car. That's not life. You just die before your time. May the Lord have mercy upon you in the name of Jesus Christ. Then study the word of God to make Bible to be your final authority. The Bible says that that's our mirror. When we go to the word of God, I know when I read Psalm 73, I'm always very amazed. The psalmist said that he was always envious of the wicked until he entered the sanctuary of the Lord. This psalmist initially, when he saw the wicked prosperous, he was envious of them. He said, suddenly God showed him the end of the wicked. He said, stop being envious. Friends, if you know the story, you will not be envious of many people. There's always a story. But please be yourself. Why do you want to be somebody else? Be yourself. You don't know the whole story. The Lord have mercy upon us in the name of Jesus Christ. Don't give up upon your spouse. Keep fighting for each other. Keep loving each other. Keep idolizing each other, celebrating each other. Let your spouse know you appreciate each other, he or she. And the Lord is going to honor you as you do that in the name of Jesus Christ. Friends, this is the season of love. Show love and don't show hatred. Show love and don't show any rejection. The Lord is going to honor you. This Christmas period is a period of giving. Look for someone and make that person laugh. You cannot make others laugh and cry. Never delight in the pain of others. Always delight in the joy of others. And the Lord is going to bless you and is going to increase you. I pray for you that the mercy of God will never depart from you. The blessing of God will be upon you. The Lord will give you victory over spirit of envy and jealousy, and you'll be able to appreciate God for what He has done in your life. Thank God for your spouse. Thank God for your children. Thank God for your in-laws. Thank God for your health. Thank God for the level you are, and thank God on the way to where you are going to, and thank God for where you are going to. And I tell you, in a short while, God will take you there. God bless you this season. May the Lord protect you. Every one of you that will travel this period, the Lord will protect you. You will go in peace and come back in peace. During this period, there shall be no food poisoning. The Lord will protect your children. The Lord will provide for all your need, and evil shall not befall you. And the grace to be secure, the Lord will give it to you. May God give you the understanding of true self-worth based upon the word of God. Go and prosper. In Jesus' name we pray. God bless you. We love you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. God bless you. Bye.